Now, the situation in Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, remains tense. Now, this development comes as Russia has not let up any military buildup around the capital. Now, reports suggest that Russia didn't find anything promising in the talks with Ukraine. Now, this is, of course, the latest that we're getting you from Russia, the war between Russia and Ukraine, where the Russian foreign minister is scheduled to visit India. Now, this comes at a time when the two countries, Russia and Ukraine, are at war. At the same time, we're seeing that the situation remains tense in Ukraine. Deepak joins us live from Kyiv. Deepak, thank you so much for joining us. Now, over the past few days, we're seeing that a number of talks are being held between the two countries, but there is absolutely no breakthrough. Now we're being told that after yesterday's talks, Russia still does not see, any breakthrough whatsoever. You're in Ukraine. Tell us what's happening on ground. Give us the latest.
We were having, of course, some connection issues there. Yes, the situation, of course, continues to be tense. We are here at the capital of Ukraine, Kyiv. The curfew restrictions and several other problems for the citizens, of course, continue. There's heavy military presence in and around the capital. We've, of course, visited several historical monumental structures now that are being, protected with sandbags so that, it can be protected if there is a case of shelling. I have a very interesting place that I am right now standing at. While most of the restaurants, of course, remain shut, there is, of course, an Indian in Ukraine who's now opened up a restaurant for people who could get some warm food. There are military personnel, there are police personnel, there are Ukrainians who are coming here on a regular basis because, hardly a handful of supermarkets or even a couple of restaurants that are open at this point in time. Joining me is Mr. Kuldeep. आप बता सकते हैं कि कुछ नहीं मिल रहा है रास्ते में, लोगों को खाना नहीं मिल रहा और आप फ्री में खाना दे रहे हैं, सिर्फ इंडियंस को नहीं, बाकी सब लोगों को।
देखिए, इंडियंस तो रहे भी नहीं अब यहाँ के इंडियंस को खाना दें, लेकिन यूक्रेनियन जितने भी हैं, जो लोग बूढ़े हैं उनको दे रहे हैं, आर्मी वालों को दे रहे हैं, पुलिस वालों को दे रहे हैं, सबको दे रहे हैं, क्योंकि यहाँ से बहुत पैसे कमाए हुए हैं, उनको किसी तरीके से इनको रिटर्न करना है। लोग तो अपने बच्चों को लड़ाई में भेज रहे हैं जहाँ पे उनकी मौत भी हो रही है, शहीद हो रहे हैं, जहाँ पर हम तो सिर्फ खाना कर रहे हैं। तो छोटी सी चीज़ है और हमारी कोशिश रहेगी महीना, 2 महीने, 3 महीने, जितना भी ये वॉर चलेगा, हमारे यहाँ से फ्री खाना, फ्री सब कुछ रहेगा, जारी रहेगा।
You're doing a great job and a service. Thank you, Kuldeep ji.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Well, you can see here a lot of people who've come in. They are getting food at this point in time, and mind you, it is difficult right now to get supplies to even prepare food at home, and that's the sort of situation here in in Kyiv. And last night as well, a few kilometers from here, there was another round of explosions that took place. As the military here continues to remain, as I mentioned, in high presence. The biggest challenge, of course, now is how to put an end to this war. Yesterday, the negotiations in Istanbul, of course, did suggest that there will be a pullback from the Russian forces, especially around Kyiv region. But an explosion last night itself has not really fared too well. So we'll really have to see before the next round of negotiation and dialogue that happens between Ukraine and Russia, whether the military buildup will reduce around Kyiv, whether there will be some sort of a trust that will be developed between the two countries. But at this point in time, in Kyiv, of course, the air raid alarms go off every couple of hours. The streets are empty. The people, of course, at this point in time, are living on tenterhooks.
All right, Deepak, thank you so much for all that latest. Of course, we'll keep coming back to you for what's happening there on ground.